Hello, Eastside Democrats of El Paso. I'm Mayor Cedric Davis, a candidate for Texas governor. I wanted to let you know that I'm sorry that I cannot be there with you this evening, but due to scheduling conflicts, I was not able to travel to El Paso. I will tell you why. I'm the only candidate that's ready to govern on day one. I was the first African American mayor of the city of Bald Springs, Texas, a very diverse city made up of Hispanics, blacks, white, and Asians. I've held the position of police chief, school board trustee, Economic Development Board of Director. I've served on the Greater Dallas Crime Commission and the Dallas County Criminal Justice Advisory Boards. I even served on the North Texas Super Bowl Committee Council of Mayors. I've been to Washington and I've been to Austin. I've always fought for the people that I served. Therefore, I'm ready to govern from day one. No other candidate can say that. I'm asking you to do your research. Let's send someone to Austin that can really govern from day one. I'll take on Greg Abbott. I'm very well experienced, and I am a warrior. My Desert Storm service says that. I'm a warrior for you. I have several key issues that I will be fighting for when I become your governor. The first key issue that I will be fighting for is public education and reform and financing. Greg Abbott has butchered the public school system so bad that he has left it virtually unfunded. It appears that he's deliberately trying to privatize public education. But as your governor, I won't stand for it. I will fight for the education of children. I will fight for pay raises for the teachers. You might ask, how am I going to do this? Well, when companies come to Texas, we give them tax abatements. It's one tax that I will not skip on, and that is the educational tax. We may give them abatements on the others, but I will not skip on educational taxes. The money that's generated from those corporations will soar up the much needed money for public education, the much needed money for teachers' pay raises, the much needed money for a better educational system. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the voucher program. And I do believe that charter schools and private schools should come under the privy of the TEA and more stringent guidelines like that of public schools. So, with that said, I am a pro-teacher, pro-student candidate. My next issue is universal health care. Greg Abbott has refused to expand Medicaid. By his refusal, over 400,000 children lost chips. Women are paying extra money for mammograms. Cancer victims are not getting their medicines because they're too expensive. Things like this is what I'm fighting for. My next fight that I'm going to take to the Capitol and fight for you is to rein in the rainy day fund. I believe the rainy day fund is the people's money. It's paid for, the taxes are put in there, and it's paid for by the people. Therefore, when the people needs that money, we should be able to tap into it. For example, let's look at the coastal Bend areas, the Houston area, and the Galveston area. People are still waiting for FEMA to fund. People are still without houses. People are still needing food, shelter, the basic qualities of life. No Texan should ever suffer from that. I believe Greg Abbott should tap into that rainy day fund, not drain it dry, but take a portion of it and give micro grants to those who lost something, because the state will get it back on the back end from FEMA. It may not rebuild their homes, but it will make it livable. My next is universal health care. I believe that a woman's right to her own choice of medical procedures should be that of her own. I don't think a man should ever tell a woman how to control her medical how to spend her money on her medical needs, or how to make a decision on her medical needs. These are the fundamental things of all humans. We all have dignity, men, women. And if a woman can't tell a man what to do with his body, a man should never tell a woman what to do with her body. And last, that I'm going to fight for in my first term is infrastructure and criminal justice reform. And I say those two together because they both go together. Under my plan, they both go together. One, I want to take the prisoners that are nonviolent prisoners, Teach them STEM trades, skills in HVAC, skills in plumbing, skills in engineering and welding. Then, upon release, we sign a 2-year contract with them where they become state employees at the state employee rate. And we use that labor, that knowledge, and that skill to rebuild our infrastructure. So we won't have any more flooding, or at least we minimize the flooding on the coastal bend, the Houston and Galveston areas. We need that type of infrastructure rebuilt. Then upon their completion of those 2 years, they're free to remain as state employees, or they can venture out in the public sector and make their own money. They're now viable, tax-paying citizens. And I guarantee you the recidivism rate will be very low because they're now gainfully employed. Well, I can't go into everything right now because I know you guys got a great program going on there. But I wanted to just make contact with you and tell you I'm thinking about you in the Dallas, the Waxahachie, and the Cleveland area. And I named those 3 places because those are the 3 areas that I'm covering in one day. So that's why I can't be with you tonight. Again, please accept my apology, but note that you are in my heart and I carry you with me when I travel about and talking about what we're going to do when we get to Austin and how we are going to fight for you. Again, vote Cedric Davis, Sr. for governor. My website is www.mayorcedricdavis4txgov.org. Again, that's www.mayorcedricdavis4txgov.org. And you can always find me on Facebook under Mayor Cedric Davis Sr. and on Twitter at Cedric4 Texas. Thank you and have a blessed night.